Cadillac is on a quest. At one point it was the standard of the world, but today it wants to be tomorrow's Mercedes-Benz, the next BMW, a future Audi. Well, so far they've fielded a lot of great vehicles that really put them in legitimate contention for that title. There's a great compact ATS, a mid-size CTS, and not to mention the V versions of both cars. Well, now they're turning their attention to the full-size segment. So what's it going to take to be a rival for vehicles like the S-Class or the 7 Series or the A8? This car. I'm Marty Paget. Today we're going to take you for a first drive in what Cadillac thinks is its new standard for the world, the 2016 CT6. The CT6 leans on the looks Cadillac has layered on the compact ATS and the midsize CTS, but not too heavily. It's angular and substantial in the classic Cadillac way, but it wears crisp vertical LED lighting and a wide grille for a contemporary look. The long hood and the short deck lid and all the sharp folds and creases help it really stand out against its more sculpted rivals. The cabin pushes the mute button on bling. The little design flourishes and the unexpected shapes of cabins like the one in the new S-Class just aren't here. Instead, the CT6 wears basic black, and it wears it well. The dash curves gently over the gauges, and the spare design leans on a single line to draw your eye across the cabin. At the center of the dash, a 10.2-inch touchscreen is framed by wood, carbon fiber, and leather. Under the hood, the CT6 is more of a tweener car rather than a direct hit on S-Class territory. Each of its 3 engines combines with an 8-speed automatic. Base cars get a 265 horsepower turbo 4, while mid-range sedans have a 335 horsepower V6. At the top of the lineup, a twin-turbo V6 churns out 404 horsepower. We've driven hundreds of miles in all 3 models, and well, we wouldn't dismiss the Turbo 4 at all. In fact, with rear-wheel drive, it might be our favorite version. It's about 400 pounds lighter than the heaviest model, almost 1,000 pounds lighter than a typical S-Class. It's no surprise then that it feels agile and light on its feet. It's an honest, full-size sports sedan you'll love to drive once you get over the mental math of small engine, big car. Add in more horsepower and of course the CT6 gets faster, but it also gets a little heftier. By the time you're up to a V6 car with all-wheel drive, the sports sedan feel gets a little distant. Its electric steering can feel less immediate, which is why Cadillac fits adaptive dampers as well as an active rear steer system that turns the back wheels in the opposite direction of the front wheels to help the car turn in more quickly. Strap twin turbos on the V6 and the CT6 feels unflappable. It's at that level where it's a strong, serene luxury cruiser, capable of hitting 60 miles per hour in under 6 seconds. With any powertrain, the CT6 feels like a vault on wheels, with a noticeably firmer touch on the steering and shocks than the latest German full-sizers. In terms of room and features, the CT6 has one of Cadillac's finest cockpits yet. The infotainment system is quicker and easier to use, and it has a new touchpad surface that can understand handwriting gestures for things like address inputs. Interior space is plentiful. The driving position is nice and low, though the steering wheel could extend more. There's enough rear seat space for an NBA forward and enough headroom too. The front seats need a little work. They're very firm and they don't support or adjust as well as the seats in some rivals. On the safety front, the CT6 has sensors and cameras galore, including one that can replace the conventional rear view mirror and a set of surround view cameras. Adaptive cruise control, forward collision warnings, and emergency braking are available too, but there's just no crash test data yet. On the luxury front, the CT6 is clearly gunning for tech-friendly drivers with features like in-car wireless internet, massaging rear seats, and a 34-speaker Bose Pan-Array audio system. So what's the bottom line with the 2016 Cadillac CT6? Well, it's a luxury sports sedan that's a bit of a tweener in its class, and in some ways it feels more German than its European rivals. I'm Marty Paget. Thanks for coming along for the ride. Don't forget to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and Instagram.